inventions have changed the world.
Welcome to Sapienza 47. We have two targets for you. Congressman Anthony L. Trout, a veteran of the invasion of Grenada, and Richard J. McGee. Though at first glance these two might not seem connected, they have a long-standing collaboration manipulating Trout's political opposition. Trout sends McGee after his weak but potentially dangerous adversaries and lets McGee manipulate and ultimately break them. Trout and McGee are in Sapienza on an arcane meet and greet with European moneymen and power brokers ahead of a possible presidential bid in 2024. We know that Trout is staying at the Via Caruso in the town square, but McGee's business is much more clandestine, and we don't have a location for where he will be. All we know is that he is to meet a Keith Keeble, a rich young man and possibly their next victim. Time to show them the consequences of political manipulation. Good luck, 47.
Hello, and welcome back to the world of assassination and the elusive targets. And today we have two targets, Mr. Mage and Mr. Trout. So for today's challenge we will be starting undercover in the kitchens, and the only item we'll need to be bringing with us will be some lethal poison in a vial. Everything else we can get on the map. So right from the start and off the bat, we need to finish cleaning this worktop here and make our way across the villa premises. Keep an eye out for Rocco's sister. She's currently outside tying her shoes, and we can also ignore the cameras for the time being. So we're just going to run all the way around the ornamental garden here in the driveway and down into the basement area. Hiya Mac, hardly working or working hard? So once we're down into the wine cellar, we're going to hang an immediate right, and we're just going to wait for the gentleman you can see over our shoulder there on the left to move away, and when he does we can very quickly make our way along to the other side of the room and poison the glass just on our left here, and then we need to immediately vacate the area as there is an enforcer heading our way. So with that done, that is our first target taken care of. We'll come back and check up on him a little bit later. In the meantime, we need to make our way over to the town hall, and we're going to scoot around to the back here. We're just going to be aware of the head chef up there, who is an enforcer, and we're just going to wait for the chef or the waiter you can see there to finish his cigarette before we ascend the drain pipe here all the way up to the second floor and in through the bathroom window. Now if we use instinct, we can see there is a guard on the stairs and a young lady in the room beyond. Now getting past the young lady is very easy, and once we go through this door things are going to get a little bit tougher. So once we head through the door, we want to immediately turn left, use the door for cover, and take out the camera at the end of the corridor there. That's the only camera we have to worry about, and if we're quick enough we can catch the guard who was on the stairs on the balcony here, render him unconscious, grab his gun, we're going to use that, and then we're going to drag his body nice and out of the way somewhere. So just up the tower a little way will do. We're going to take his outfit, make our way back down to the balcony leading to the Bohemian, and as you can see in the security room there are 3 guards, 2 enforcers. So we're going to wait for the guard smoking at the window to move away, and we're then going to drop the gun we've collected nice and visibly outside of that window. And when the guard goes back for another cigarette, he will hopefully spot that gun and he will come along to remove it. And when he does, we're just going to subdue him from around the corner, and that's one of the guards out of our way. We do need to render all 3 of them unconscious. So once we've got our guard here, we're gonna drag him up to the top of the tower along with his colleague. About here should do. And then we have 2 more of the guards in the security room to deal with. Now this is not as difficult as it seems. So we're just going to wait outside the window here, and what we're waiting for is for the enforcer guard to be in the right position. So he's going to go off to the left there and have a cigarette, and when he finishes that cigarette, he's going to go and look out of the window on the opposite side of the building. That will then give us our chance to get inside and render them both unconscious. So once the guard moves over far enough to the right, we can duck in through the window. We're just going to grab this crowbar on the counter here, knock out the guard by the security system, and then throw the crowbar at the other guard before he turns around. While we're here, we're going to take out the surveillance system. That means we can use the stairs for our exit. So just in case, we're going to be nice and neat and tidy, and we're going to hide the bodies in the closet or the crate here provided. And if we look down into the room beyond, you can see a gentleman in a hat just leaving the room. That is our second target, and he's going to make his way outside the room and have a brief conversation with a young lady. The young lady we passed upon exiting the bathroom, and when he's finished that conversation, he's going to come back into the room and walk underneath the chandelier, the lever holding it up, for which we are stood in front of.
Target down. 1 more to go.
So with Mr. McGee now taken care of, we can, if we're quick enough, return to the Caruso villa or mansion, and we might just be in time to spot Mr. Trout sampling his glass of wine. Now this may be just luck on my part, or it may be a glitch, but neither of the 2 targets appear to have begun moving on their routines until I was in the vicinity. So you may have to come back here, and waiting at an exit might not be an option. But anyway, once we get back down here and we have triggered Mr. Trout's routine, he will go about his daily business and eventually make his way down to the wine cellar, and after a little bit of faffing about, he will sample the poisoned wine that we dealt with much earlier in the mission.
Mission completed. Time to find an exit.
So with our second target taken care of, all that's left for us to do is to make good our escape. Now, not all of the exits are available, namely the VW Beetle exit just outside the villa. So we're going to go to the next nearest exit that I can think of, and that will be the boat in the harbour. I believe there are a couple of other exits still available, but this will be probably the easiest to get to. So there we go, 1 more elusive target taken care of. Quite an enjoyable one this, having the 2 targets for a change. So we're just going to wait and get confirmation that we have our silent assassin rating. Stay tuned, as we do have another bonus video for you today. I've just got to finish editing it, and I will release that as soon as possible. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.